Hey, Anthony,
Yeah,
what do you think about Pete Hegseth ordering the National Guard in DC to now carry weapons?
I think this is the turning point where the people of the United States either do something, despite the short term consequences, or there's not going to be another chance to do something in the future.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we have three Republican led states leading a now armed military presence into D.C. to essentially take over the nation's capital. And that's just the start, right? Trump says New York and Chicago are next, and we're hearing reporting out of Fox News and other sources that there's several thousand more National Guard ready to go into other states next. So, this is a hostile military takeover from our own government. And quite frankly, it's basically the start of a civil war. And the only question is, again, whether the American people are going to do something about it or let the country complete its slide into fascism.
What can the American people do to stop this?
Quite frankly, at this point, a general strike and large scale protests for as long as it takes to cause change to happen, right? That's the only option. There needs to be a full economic shutdown until the powers that be turn on Trump's regime because all their businesses are failing. And pretty much every Democratic leader should be calling for that too. Is it going to be really hard on a lot of people? Absolutely. And there's going to be problems with food scarcity, with money, and all of that, which is why I keep saying that the DNC needs to be the one that organizes this. But regardless of whether the DNC acts or not, the American people need to act because I don't think we're going to get another opportunity if the Trump administration is allowed to continue this attack on American cities.
At this very street in Washington, D.C., police set up a checkpoint, stopping cars as they passed. Many residents came out to protest against it.
Get off our streets! Get off our streets!
So this checkpoint was set up along 14th Street Northwest, which is very close to the busy U Street corridor. We're speaking with some residents who live in this area today about their reactions.
We saw a number of masked men, clearly working for ICE, a small number of protesters, a lot of lights, a lot of cars just stopped in the road. My instinct, negative, right? Get out of the city.
A lot of the police were covering their faces, I think, is part of intimidation, which I was upset to see that happening right close to my home.
Checkpoint here is not related to any actual public safety concern.
From where I live, I can see the street, and I saw a group of police officers and National Guard just walking.
I've lived in DC for almost 4 years now and have never felt unsafe. Now with this increased police presence, I do feel like everyone's on edge.
And more developments involving federal troops were seen today as well, including National Guard units and Humvees set up near Union Station.
This is disgraceful. I come here every day. I never feel unsafe. What? For what?
You've said that the president's decision to deploy the National Guard, you called it deeply dangerous. What's your message to citizens who say regardless of crime data or trends, this makes them feel safer?
Well, I'm embarrassed. I'm angered. And frankly, I'm heartbroken for the members of the National Guard who are asked to take on this mission. As someone who has served this country overseas and who has led soldiers in combat, and as someone who is not just the 63rd governor of Maryland, but also the commander-in-chief of the Maryland National Guard, I take very seriously about how, when, and why I deploy members of our National Guard in cases of emergency and in true crises. And I will not authorize the usage of Maryland National Guard forces for missions that I do not deem to be either mission critical or mission aligned. And what we are seeing right now, this distraction, distracting away from the fact that Donald Trump's policies have caused unemployment to go up, have caused people to lose their health care, has caused children to be able to lose their food benefits, and he's now using this as a tool. He's using military personnel, these citizen soldiers, as a cudgel and as a tool to be able to advance his political purposes, because if he really wants to address the issue of violent crime, he just needs to look at what we've done in the state of Maryland over the past 2.5 years, where when I first became the governor in 2022, Baltimore was averaging almost a murder a day. Now, the homicide rate in Baltimore is nearly a 50-year low, and we have watched how the state of Maryland has essentially helped to lead the country in drops in violent crime, in drops in non-fatal shootings, in drops in carjackings. So if he truly wants to understand how to lower crime, he should pay attention to what we're doing in the state of Maryland. And I did it without ever having to once operationalize our National Guard to do municipal policing.
Nobody right here. It's nobody in the car. How are y'all just going in people's cars? How are y'all just going in people's cars? Nobody was over here by this car. Nobody was in the car. I got it. I got the key. I got the key. They used the little airbag thing because that's how they went in my car on M Street, and they not supposed to do that. It was nobody over here, nobody in the car, none of that. So how y'all just going in people's cars?
Close that door.
Y'all not supposed to just go in people's cars. Nobody was in the car. Nobody was leaning on it. None of that.
Hold on, why y'all?
No, because why are y'all going in the car? Back up, y'all. Back up, y'all. Okay, back up.
Back up.
Okay, don't touch me. Okay,
you pushing me?
Don't push me because we didn't touch y'all. Don't push me because we didn't touch y'all. We did not touch y'all. We're trying to figure out where are you guys are going in the car. Nobody touched him, and he's touching people, pushing people.
Oh, you guys are ruining this contract. You know that, right? Liberals already ruined it.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Can we see some badge work, guys?
So the cops and the feds are about 30 agents deep at this checkpoint right now to apparently stop people for seatbelts, blinkers, or tints on their cars, stopping the real bad crime that is plaguing DC. So why do you need Homeland Security investigation to manage if they're not wearing their seatbelt? Someone riddle me that. And why do you need 30 people standing around doing nothing with our tax dollars at a checkpoint if it's about seatbelts and safety? Someone please tell me.
Just a PSA for girlies in the district, especially runners. I was walking past Union Station and there was a whole group of DEA federal officers. And I said, what are you supposed to be protecting us from? And he goes, everything. And I looked back and I said, yeah, because I feel so scared. And I started to walk away and he yelled at me, him being a middle-aged white man, yelled at me, come back here with that little skirt. Told a Metro police officer, didn't look surprised, didn't look like he cared at all. He barely even looked me in the eyes. I feel so safe, DC.